we doing, everyone, and welcome to an On The Move review of Movie Madness with Maka. And for this one, we're going to be hitting Spiral from the Book of Saw. Cinemas have just reopened in the UK, May 11th, 2021, and by God was I excited for this one. Spiral was supposed to be out like a year ago. I was very sad when it didn't come out, but what can you do about it? And so we are here and we have just seen it. I'm actually doing a double feature today because Godzilla and, Kong? Godzilla versus Kong is going to be on after this in about 10 minutes. But let's hit the review for this one. So, first of all, the budget for this movie, massively different from anything that we've had in the past. And you can tell they've hit some big stars for this one. Don't know where that piece of fluff's coming from. Hit some big stars for this one. Obviously, Chris Rock created this entire production. He had this idea, he pitched it, and they went for it. And it has paid off nicely. We had Samuel L. Jackson in it. Now, just one quick, I'm not going to say negative, but somewhat negative, is I don't think Samuel L. Jackson should have been cast in his role for this film. And the only reason I say that is because we don't get much of him. And I feel like he was, for the role he was given, he's underutilized for the kind of acting prowess that we usually get from a performance from Jackson. I feel like if we were going to use him, he'd have been better off playing just one of the other detectives for how little we actually got from him than to be playing this major key character in the storyline for this film. But that being said, what we did get from Jackson, I was very impressed with, and I absolutely loved. I think he gave a stellar performance for the short periods that we did get to see him on the screen. And I think that the relationship between him and Chris Rock's character, you could tell it was a fraught relationship. You could tell it was rocked by elements that take place in this film. I'm trying not to spoil the film for anyone that wants to see it, so I'm not going to give you specific details. I'd recommend going to see the film if you want to know exactly what I'm talking about. But yeah, so their relationship, fantastically portrayed, and I feel like it's possible that the reason that Samuel L. Jackson was cast was mainly for his star power, to get more bums in seats and more ticket sales. And obviously his fantastic acting abilities. Chris Rock's character, he goes through some hella hardships in this film, and you can see the physical and emotional effects that are taking a toll on his character as we go along, and it pays off beautifully as he progresses from each individual incident. Now let's get on to the kills for this film and the traps that we see. Some real thought has gone into creating some sort of originality for these traps. Because the way that, one thing I will tell you about this film is that it's mainly, anyone that's seen the trailer will know this, it's cops that are being targeted. Dirty cops are being targeted by an individual. I won't ruin who the individual is. Watch the film to find out. But they're being targeted by a specific individual, and you find out through the film why. And the traps that were used for a number of these, and the way that some of their deaths or incidents were foreshadowed, and without you actually realizing the foreshadowing until, the key moments when it's taking place. It was very well thought out. You could tell it wasn't a rush job like, I'd say, the second half of the original Saw movies. You could tell there was a lot of planning involved with this. You could tell there was a lot of research gone into this. The makeup effects used for these traps and for the after effects of the traps, holy hell. There was some good gory kills and some good gory makeup effects and body, I'm not going to say body dysmorphia, that's not the right, body mutilation, that's what I wanted to say. Some good body mutilation effects in this film. Overall, as a Saw film in general, it's definitely, for me, thinking back over the series, I would personally put it in my top 3. Most definitely. Top 5 for certain, but possibly cracking the top 3. I was not disappointed. I only paid $4.99 for the ticket as well. Thank God for View Cinemas in Leicester and in England in general. Absolutely fantastic price. Well worth going to a cinema to see if you get the chance. And for me, if I was going to give it a letter rating, because I know a lot of people like to review with letter ratings, I would say I'd probably give this film... I'd give it an A. Not quite an A+. There are one or two small things that just for me, I wasn't enjoying, like certain minor bits of predictability and certain acting choices at times, but they only very slightly tweak that score and downgrade it. So for me, I'd say it's definitely at least an A. One of the best. I would recommend watching it, and I look forward to seeing what anyone else that's seen this film thinks to it. Drop comments down below. I've just realised our bloody sun's getting in my way. So drop comments down below with other films you want to see reviews on. Drop comments down below if you've seen this movie and you want to tell me what your thoughts were. I'm happy to have a discussion about it. And I may do another review in future with more spoilers, you know, tell you all about the really specific details of what was the best and worst parts of this film. But to be honest, there wasn't actually anything I would put as worst. Maybe just little things I would have tweaked myself. But that's just me. So that's everything I had for you on this one, folks. So I'm now going to head back into the cinema that you can just about see behind me where that blue and white stuff is. And I'm going to go and see what Godzilla vs. Kong's all about. I'll see you in the next one.